In Britain, new emergency laws will be introduced next week to force phone and internet companies to keep records of customers' calls, texts, and visits to websites. Prime Minister David Cameron says the fast-track legislation is necessary to defend national security against terrorists. Richard Bestick reports.
Britain's Parliament will rush through the new laws by as early as next week. It'll force internet and phone providers to keep a record of all their customers' communications for a year. With Deputy Nick Clegg by his side, Prime Minister David Cameron said urgent action was needed to protect the UK from criminals and terrorists.
Good morning and welcome. Now, we face real and credible threats to our security from serious organised crime, from the activity of paedophiles, from the collapse of Syria, the growth of ISIS in Iraq, and al-Shabaab in East Africa. And I'm simply not prepared to be a Prime Minister who has to address the people after a terrorist incident and explain that I could have done more to prevent it.
Britain's emergency legislation follows a ruling from the European Court of Justice, which earlier in the year dismissed a similar European Union directive as an infringement of human rights.
The steps we're taking today are not about new obligations for phone and internet companies, nor any new intrusions on civil liberties. They are about restoring and maintaining capabilities that are vital to our national security.
The measures come in the wake of claims over UK government snooping by former US intelligence contractor Edward Snowden and may worry privacy campaigners.
It is unusual for new laws to be pushed through the British Parliament at such a speed, and despite government assurances of privacy safeguards and all party support, this remains highly controversial legislation that will be subject to intense scrutiny by civil liberties groups. Richard Bestick, CCTV, London.